shoop doop, shoop doop, shoop doop, shoop doop, shoop doop, shoopa doopy doopy doop, shoopa doopy doopy dapa, shoopa doopy oops. That one didn't want to light. Hello, everybody. Oh, goodness gracious. These freaking socks getting holes, and I'm pretty sure these are the new ones. Hanes aren't crap, man. For as much as they charge you for them, you would think they'd hold up for more than 2 seconds. That one's already got a hole in it, but fuck it. It's not as big as the other one. Okay. Now I should be able to sit on my bed without falling off. And everybody's happy. I have the beat from Yeah in my head. Hey, Katie. Welcome to the Live-a-thon. Or Tarot-a-thon, I should say. I'm actually really good. They finally got me a medicine to stop the sweats and runny nose and crap that the methadone was giving me. I just started that today and I'm already feeling better. School went good. All is well. I'm hopeful today is going to go good. How about you? Good morning, Sam. Oops, oops, oops. I dropped you. I do that so much, manly man of mine mimics it. Thank you for the gift. Or gifts. Sorry, I didn't see the other. Hope everybody's having a good day. Let's see if I can keep it together for a marathon live like I want to. Let's see how this goes. Today's school told me if they keep me in the adult education, it's holding me back. So that was a thing. They're doing single step, what the hell do they call it? Single step equations, and I'm all the way up to double and triple. Like, they gave me extra work just for me to do. And the only thing I'm hung up on is when the negatives when the negatives come in. I hate negative and positive. I get so confused with them. I really need some extra help there. And this was a girl who failed 7th grade math and whose basic education stopped at 8th grade. Like, makes me proud. It is hard to believe that here I am. But here I am. So hopefully that can inspire somebody today that just because you thought you couldn't doesn't mean you can't. Maybe I should do a video like that too. Because I know there's lots of people who need to hear it. Oh, thank you, Holly. You were not the first to tell me that. Back when I first was really hitting it bigger, but before everything got bad, people used to ask me to do ASMR. I'm working on it. Thank you, Hag. And congrats, 19 years is freaking huge. I'm feeling normal for like the first time in 11 years. And I don't know what to do with it. I don't unblock anybody unless I can personally look into them. Because generally when people are blocked, it's for a reason. Thank you, babe. Do keep in mind this is a Tarot-a-thon live. Ooh. I can't do that on live is what I'm saying. You would need to DM me and give me her information, like a link to her page so I can look her up when the live is done. That's where I'm at now that the methadone is evened out and I'm actually normal all day. Now I got the medicine for the sweats and the hot flashes. Like, I feel normal. And I don't know what to do with that. Okie doke. Not to be mean, but just to make sure it was a genuine need to be unblocked situation. That's all. Because some people get blocked and then send others to get them unblocked for trouble. I also look because if anybody is reposting or posting those awareness videos, you're gone. Anyway, as I was saying, this is a Tarot-a-thon vibe. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks for stopping in and thanks for the follow. For those of you who were not here yesterday or didn't get what I was saying in the video, basically I pay rent every week. And this week I just did not do what I was supposed to do. So meetings weren't pushed. Rent went up last week by $15. So I have today and tomorrow to make up the difference for rent. And I'm looking at like needing 12 or 15 readings right now. So yeah, as many readings as we can get. Perfection. Readings are $10. Payment options are in the link tree in the bio. You can do private as well. I know some people don't want to do them on live. I've had people ask, could I pay now and come back at a different time? You're more than welcome to do that. Just put a note in there and DM me so you're not forgotten. And there we go. And I promise this coming week I'm going to do better. Last week I just was stinking thinking and not in a very good place. Which is where I got screwed because Friday and Monday I wasn't really doing what I should have been. But I feel better now. And I feel human. See, when I got on methadone, I really thought it was going to be like perfectly the way I was before I ever touched anything. And it kind of threw me for a loop when I was getting the sweats and the hot flashes because it felt just the same as when I was active. So it feels good to feel good. Excuse me. Thank you for the follow. I got this candle for Mainstays. It smells so good. It is the melon something. Melon medley. It smells so good. I am. Thanks, and hope you are as well. Sometimes you need that change. And I'm lucky to have a doctor who helps a lot, so hopefully you can get that too. Well, thank you, Carrie. I will be 17 months on the 30th of this month. I get my 18-month tag next week, or next month. Not next week. Jesus. Next month. Ooh, kids are getting in trouble. I am so sleepy. Well, thank you, and congrats on 10 years. I think that's even huger. And yes, I did that on purpose. They're only kind of cracked, but yes, it does. It really is hard. And that's why my last week was really not okay. But we live and we learn, and we find better ways to cope. We got to meet life on life's terms, but it doesn't mean we can't work with life. Yes, it's a little chilly today, but we're supposed to be warm this weekend, and I'm going to bust the windows open. It's going to be glorious. You're welcome, Carrie, and I am. Just got the meds to finally stabilize the sweating from the methadone. Got my methadone stabilized. Baby boy took his first steps Friday. So things are going good here. I know what triggered the stinking thinking, and the fact it was something so ridiculous and immature is just mind-blowing to me. But definitely shows I need work. Nobody is perfect. And if you think you are, then you're definitely not. One thing I have learned in rehab was the second somebody says they're a good something, good mom, good dad, good worker, be leery. Because in my experience, those who are truly good always find the bads that they do. Not saying that every good is bad, but when you're straight, like, I'm a great mom, be leery. I have seen plenty firsthand who said stuff like that and were further from the truth than the freaking moon from the world. I don't know what to talk about. Exactly, Carrie. My teacher was talking to me today. Well, actually, it started with my teacher. She is printing me more advanced math pages. This is an optional day for me now that I'm in GED. But she said if I had stayed here full time, it would have held me back. So they're doing one-step equations, and I'm doing 2- and 3-step. Well, in the middle of this was time for my psych visit, which I do via the phone, and via video chat, I should say. And she was saying, you know, I'm not surprised you're going so far. You're really smart. And I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not. And so we ended up having a talk about where it goes from being humble to where it goes to beating yourself up. So that's a cool thing to think about today. Where that line is for you. Do you know the difference between being humble and being hard on yourself? Because now that I'm asked, I really don't. I'll get people who say, you just say that for attention. No, I wish you could be in my head. I still can't believe I was doing equations today. Like, there has to be, this has to just be a mistake somewhere. Yes, I do. I am doing daily Zoom meetings for my 90 and 90. Yes, I'm behind. And then I have a home group and another in-person meeting that I'm definitely at every week. And I have some Zoom groups that I found that I will stay in once I'm done the 90 and 90. And I thought it was, because I personally don't know the difference. And then I was raised in a world. Yes, that is a good way to answer. Or I'll say I'm good, but there's always room for better. I try not to say that on here, though, because then people are, like, shitty about it. But, when I grew up, any compliment, I was told they were just being nice. And so I've truly, like, in my heart come to believe these things aren't true. And I'm NA, but yep. I read the literature for AA, though. I was just talking about that I'm sorry, I do 3 meetings, because I do one called All Paths that's in this particular area, the Eastern Shore of Maryland and into Delaware, which is a 12-step group, but they accept all paths to recovery, no matter what you do, to get there. Callie sober, Matt, whatever. Then I do my home group and the second group. But I was just telling them Friday how I read all the literature. I have AA books. I have Life Recovery, Celebrate Recovery. NA, I have just about all the literature you can buy from NA. I have the pamphlets you can get from NA. I have workbooks that are outside of any organization for how to work the 12 steps. Like, I give myself options because it inspires me and it helps me put things into perspective. Like, when I'm being overdramatic. Yes, I am, Carrie. No, I do not. I'm not picking them back up. Same fiber. ADHD, trauma, hating myself. But we're working on that. I don't know how long we're going to have to work on it, but it's a work in progress. And that's one of the things that is honestly the most heartbreaking, to look back on my old content. I have this thing where when I see something, I step aside. It doesn't matter who I'm looking at, who I'm talking to. I mentally step aside and view the whole situation. So looking at this video, removing myself from the fact it is myself, and watching, you can see this is a person who was so desperate to have somebody to talk to somebody to be a friend, that every person was a friend as soon as they came in. So trusting and so naive. And it's heartbreaking to think people want to take advantage of that. Oh, I love reading. Well, thank you, Carrie. It's called oxybutynin. Or oxybutynin. Hey, Brandy. It's actually for bladder issues like incontinence and frequent urge to go. But because it kind of dries you up and the things that it hits, it blocks your sweat glands too. So you'll sweat a healthy amount instead of copious amounts. But I'm glad you said that, because I was thinking about switching to subs because I thought it would be different. So I'm glad you said that. Hello, everybody coming in. This is a Tarot-thon live. Tarot readings are open for $10 a reading. Payment info is in the link tree in the bio. I have today and tomorrow to get the rent together, so let's get these readings rolling. And then next week we'll be back to just 3 a day, and it can be easier. I'm lucky that I have a doctor who, she knows that I look into stuff. She knows I don't ask just for anything. And so when I bring it up, she's usually pretty good about doing it. All right, Carrie, have a good day, and thanks again. So when I told her there was meds, the only thing she said was no Effexor. So if anybody offers you that, run. She said it's very hard to get off of, and we just don't even want to go there, especially those of us in this particular community. Yeah, it's not worth it. But if you DM me when I'm done, because I can't show that stuff on live, what is wrong with my voice today? I will DM you the generic and the brand name and all that information. Is that what Effexor is? I thought there was another thing. Sorry, group chat from the house. Yeah, I didn't think it was that. You're welcome. Yep, she said it has a really good effect on sweats, but that she's worried about how hard it is to come off of. I'm trying to think. I know what you're talking about, and I hear the name, but I can't spit it out. But I know the one you're talking about. I'm just happy to feel human again, and I don't know. She was just telling me that today. It could be not so much an issue for normal people as it is for recovery people. That could be what it is. Because our bodies have that tendency to get reliant on things easier. Or the one that's hard to get off of is Effexor. Thank you, Kay. We're sending more love right back. Was it Flexerol? Is that what I'm thinking? I think that's a muscle relaxer. Yeah, and see, I'm not doing that. I'm already on Wellbutrin, which is really bad for that stuff. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Terrathon. We have today and tomorrow to get the rent together because I was a bum this week. So all readings are welcome. Readings are 10. Info to pay is in the link tree in the bio. So then, yeah, maybe it is across the board. Not every doctor will tell you either. I was put on Wellbutrin with no idea of it. It was from you. Thank you. I saw that. I really do appreciate that. I try not to speak up on those things until the person says, so that I thank the right person. And somebody can't just claim what you did. Come on, Lid. Hey, Michelle. I have to keep doing so well, Emily, because I got a little man who is reliant on me. He's doing good. Did you hear he took his first 2 steps Friday? I'm so stoked about that. I just keep talking about it. Standing up by himself, taking steps. I know I can. I've made it this far. I'm doing everything right. Using the tools, utilizing my support group or support network, utilizing my sponsor, working the steps the proper way with a proper sponsor who has many years of recovery. I got this. Thank you, Michelle. See, I feel like I should be sweating my butt off right now, and I'm so comfortable. I don't know what to do with it. Thank you, guys. Sorry, you just don't know how exciting it is. I have not poured sweat, or I have not poured sweat in 11 years. I don't feel crusty and musty and dirty and icky, or like I'm D-sick. like, thank you, Jessica. Okay, Raza, take your time. I'll keep an eye out for it. Yeah, we finally got it straight. No more sweats. My nose is drying up a little bit already. Thank you, Emma. He just took his first steps Friday and is about to be 17 months, and I'm about to be 17 months sober. It is much appreciated. I can't believe it's been so long already. My neck hurts from school. Do you guys remember your neck hurting from being in school when you were younger, or is this like a I'm too old for school thing? Because if I sit and look at the computer at the wrong angle or look at my papers at the wrong angle, it freaking hurts. I think I remember it hurt. I know my hand hurt. I think I remember getting neck pain, but it's been so long. Thank you, Emily. I get my 18-month tag next month, so I can add to my keychain collection and to this collection. A friend sent me the 18-month already, so that's going to get hung up on there when I earn it. And I'll have one for my keys. Hey, Krista. Well, I went through some stinking thinking. I was pretty much in mental and emotional relapse. So I didn't do my readings, which has led to the Tarot-a-thon today and tomorrow. Yes, I got new meds. It's called oxybutynin. Oxybutynin. And it helps with the sweats, the runny nose, and the hot flashes that come from methadone. If you want more information, DM me because I can't show it too much here or do too much on live. But I'll help you out if you need it. Congratulations to your son, Michelle. It should work for everybody. Just my particular case is due to medication. Talk to your doctor about it. The only thing that I was told today or yesterday was do not let them put you on a Fexer because it's very hard to get off of. I'm glad you saved him, or he saved him, I should say. No matter what role anybody outside plays, the addict is who decides to save themselves. They have to do it, or it's not going to happen. I do not know what to do with myself. She'll appreciate it here in a little while, though. No, because you cannot have any risk of withdrawal when you're pregnant. No matter how far along you are, it can unalive the baby. And especially being that newly, it would just be a miscarriage. She will need it, I promise you, having gone through it with just street substance, she will need it. The baby starts taking it right around this time. Hey, Jess, thank you. I'm loving being a mom. I was made for this, I think, because I've never been so happy with anything else I've done in my life. It sucks, but believe me, it's not good. When I was in labor, they medically, as soon as I said that I had used, they had me on medical detox so that I wouldn't go into any kind of shock, or the baby wouldn't go into any kind of shock from me going into shock, is what I should say. Thank you, Nona. Although any other pregnancies I have, I'll be labeled high risk because of the blood pressure, even though most likely that was from withdrawal. That is one bogus thing that I had. Thank you. feel like my glass, this is something because it's still new. I always feel like my glasses are falling. They're not. They're at the same place. They feel like they're falling. And hello to everybody coming in. Welcome to the Tarot-a-thon. Readings are $10. Payment info is in Linktree in the bio. I promise we will not have to push readings like this again. I just was lazy. Okay, babe. Or DM me when you do it, please, so I'll know to watch. Good morning, Sandra. Because if it's from Amazon, then it's going to come proper to where I'm safe at. If it's something that I've given you the information for before, it'll be at the shop, so I'll have to have them look for it. How you doing, Miss Sandra? Thank you, Mama. I hope you do too. It's been pretty good so far. Okay, so it'll come straight to me. It's not really sunshiny here, but it's not raining, so we have that. He's about to be 17 months, Amber. I am happy here. It feels like home already. I settled right in. The feeling of the freedom was overwhelming. Like the first 2 days, I was literally terrified to go outside because I was so convinced I was going to get in trouble. But I got over that. Now I'm in school and doing the damn thing. Yeah, it's windy here too, Mama. Thank you, Amber. I had started GED at the rehab, and they carried it over to the main college for me, which is why I'm going to the particular college that I am. But I started in adult education, which is like pre-GED level, and I've already been moved back up to full GED with an optional day of adult ed on Wednesday. Thank you, Nona. I will say, if you try this medicine, it gives you dry mouth. I've never been dry mouth like this. And what wanting it can do. You have to want it to get to the programs to get the help. Although, the rehab I went to, if you're not in there with the mindset of, I'm going to do this, and you don't do work on your own, like NAAA or any other kind of recovery-related work, offline or what have you, they don't really teach you anything. They didn't help with housing, and they had just started the GED when I left. I don't know if that'll be continuing. So there was some people that was under the impression that I was getting a lot out of it, and I just don't want that to be a misconception. Same with Oxford House, because this is not treatment. I am just in a sober living house. Anything that I get is because I do it myself. I get a lot of heat about why am I living off of benefits or whatever, and there's no benefits. I do this shit myself. Thank you, Blue. I really appreciate that. And I don't say that to toot my own horn. It's just before anybody can come in saying how I shouldn't have had it, or I didn't deserve it, or I'm living up on it. Just putting it straight. And the one thing I have definitely seen, thank you, Miss Heather. The girls who went straight from rehab to home have almost all gone back. The ones who have worked through like sober livings or supportive housing tend to hold on a little better. Oh, I know, but you know how I am. I have to. One day I'll get out of that too. Hello, everybody. Welcome to the Tarot-a-thon. I have many spots open and needed, so welcome on in. $10 a reading. Payment info is in the link tree in the bio. Hey, Gwen, how you been? We are good. He just took his first steps Friday. Yeah, exactly, Heather. There's some days I do it literally 1 second at a time. If I can just make it through the next second, I'll be okay. Especially on the days when, like, the baby's not feeling good or is really whiny. And I feel, like, totally lost and hopeless because I can't make it better. And he's looking at me like, Mama, why can't you? Those days really get to me. It breaks my heart. And those are the days I literally second by second it. Thank you. Yep. My thing is just when he's miserable and wants relief and I can't give it. Like when he's sick or he's teething and I've already given him all the Tylenol that he can have and all the ibuprofen he can have. Things like that. The things that he thinks I can magically go get out of the way. Girl, he doesn't even need to walk. He's already been in everything. I can't have anything down. When he stands up, he's at my belly button. And the shit that he can reach and the things that he wants to play with. Don't get me started. But I love every second of it. That's my boy, my little manly man. The manliest man in all the universe. I'm surprised nobody's asked me why I call him that. It started out as a joke, as a play on Dad. And his nickname kind of mixing together. And then he was dragging himself around on his stomach for so long. He had really muscular arms. And abs, like baby abs. So he looked like a tiny baby bodybuilder. And those are supposed to be like the manly men. And it just stuck. Oh, girl, I missed so much, and I was here and just didn't appreciate it. No, I'm in sober living. We don't have any kind of treatment benefits. We just have random testing and a curfew. So I don't believe this falls under aftercare. And it doesn't bother me to be asked that. I've been here just over a month. Because that's probably coming next. Okay, it still runs if I tip my head over. So that's going to be a thing, at least for a while. But no sweats. I've been here 38 minutes and I'm not wiping sweat. Even pacing. God, this is good. You're very welcome and cheers right back. I hope everybody is having a great day. And I really hope when readings get flowing, you guys don't feel like you have to leave. I love being able to flip between the readings and chat and kind of give myself a little bit of a break and wind down. Well, thank you, Casey. He is doing good. Just took his first steps Friday. Thank you, Bring. I don't know what is up with this high pitch in my voice today. And I'm definitely happy. That's one thing I cannot... Like, I was happy with where I was in a lot of ways when I was using. The only thing that I wasn't happy with was the substances. But having my own place, being with somebody that I loved and loved me back, being able to do what I loved online, I really did love that life. I just didn't love the bad parts. And now I have all the good parts without all the bad parts. So now it's like the perfect life. That was something I used to get a lot of people picking at, that there was no way I was happy. I was. I just wish I'd have done this sooner, and then I'd have been extremely happy. But you live and you learn, right? I don't know what else to say. True that. To be honest, I don't think that I would have lasted as long in recovery as I have without him. I'm disappointed though, the Manjaro has made my ring too big. I'm gonna have to take it off. And I don't wanna. I might move it to my other finger. But yeah, I do believe he saved my life. And I do believe it happens for a reason. Being pregnant, I said the whole time how it didn't feel real, right? Like every video, I said how surreal it felt, how it couldn't be me. I'd be afraid of the baby grabbing it and popping it out and swallowing it. I thought about it. But that was my big fear. Like, he likes to chew on my hands and my jewelry. And what if it popped? But the whole pregnancy, I just felt like it wasn't real. And then seeing him, like, even when they woke me up and told me I had my baby, it was like I was dreaming. Of course, part of that is from being out of it too. But it just it didn't feel true. And then when the nurses brought me the pictures and I seen my baby, I'm thinking about putting it on this one or switching it to another finger. They brought me those pictures and my whole world changed. To be honest, for a long time, at least the last 3 years of active use, all I wanted was for it to stop as painlessly as possible so that I didn't run back to it. So maybe I would have stayed sober, but I don't know that I would have done the inner work and tried to heal me with it. And that would have put me in a bad spot with sobriety. So, him being here, I feel like, has made a huge difference. He made my whole world complete. Oh, that's a cool idea, Rose. Thank you. That is a really cool idea because I'm afraid I'm going to lose it. It goes so high. And of course, the second I don't have it on, it's going to be, oh my God, it was fake. They broke up. Oh my God, it was a ploy. And that shit gets to you. Even when you try not to let it, it gets to you. Hello and welcome everybody coming in. This is a tarot-a-thon. Readings are available. Multi slots. I got to get like 15 readings in 2 days. So if you're willing and ready, info for payment is in the link tree and it's $10. Thank you, B. Hold on, I'll type it because spelling it, you might not get it. You can also find the link in my link tree. I think that's it. Manliest man's mama. I think that's it. It'll be the same picture you see up there of me with a bun. Yes. The whole thing. You know, when I started doing this is what I had intended was a split. We could talk and be friends and I could do readings. And I was going to do it free. Like, just make tips. And then that got screwy. And then COVID hit. And And I went from living pretty okay, yes, using, but a lot less than I was, to astronomical amounts pretty quick. And I got a lot of hate. Why am I doing tarot? It's got to be a trigger. You did this when you were sick. I don't trust it. This is what I always wanted to do. And until I get a job, I got to pay rent. And every Thursday, I got to have that money order. Thank you, baby. Okie dokie. All right, Micah. I hope I'm saying that right. If it's not Mika. What kind of reading did you want? Amen, B. And good for your mom being 30 years. No, they're not, Jessica. And I prefer it that way. So do you want to just see what comes out, or do you have something in particular you... Okay, there we go. I'm working on getting a job. Right now I'm in school. I want to be a social worker with addictions counseling. But with the days I spend in school and daycare limits, I'm having a hard time finding people to take that schedule. Thank you. And as always, just because I'm doing the reading, please don't leave. I love chatting. Thank you, Shelby. I appreciate that. Ooh. I was going to just do alcohol and drug counselor. And then I said, no, let's do social work with secondary on that. Like a major minor. I never will. You guys remind me every day. All right, so the general vibe I've got in the first half of the cards, the first 5, is, hey, some clarity coming through on a pretty big decision. One that involves material goods or money. And again, this is just off the top. I'm not reading in detail yet. There is some fear of not being able to get through it or making the wrong choice. There is also some fear about how much work is going to need to be done and if this is overall a good idea. I also feel like there was some untruth. I am, Jess. There was some major untruth that really not only made things unstable for you, but it's making you a little bit more hesitant to want to make this choice. So, Strength card was first. You're feeling like you can't make it through, like there's too much on your back. You got this. You're going to need to keep, I want to say anger. But there's some very negative emotions that have been kind of running your life. You need to keep those under wraps. This is a good time to secure them because you're going to act hasty, and we don't need that. As you calm down, you will get that clarity. If you haven't already started, you may find yourself thinking about it multiple times in a day, or it just randomly come up. You're getting some clarity, some understanding, and the information that you're lacking that's got you so unstable when it comes to making this choice. I also have the Two of Swords, which is how I knew it was a choice and how I know it's something most likely with a living situation and a job. Pentacles says definitely something physical or financial. I'm going to say moving or changing when it comes to those. And I feel like that's where the lying comes, is this has been an effort and somebody either ripped you off or led you the wrong way intentionally. And now you don't trust to keep going. We'll get to that. But definitely, there is no wrong choice here. Whatever you choose, your life is going to still go the way it's going to go. It's just up to you. You're going to get the same place no matter what you do. Oh, see? You had an affair with him, didn't you? And I'm not saying it to judge or be mean. Like, you guys were already in the process before you left your boyfriend. I was wondering why this devil was in here. And that also explains some of that untruth. Not judging, though. I definitely am not judging. But now it makes more sense. And now it's definitely coming together. You had a better life with the boyfriend than you're having now. And you're wondering if you made the right choice. And part of that instability is coming from the lack of controlled emotions, not letting yourself see things clearly, and honestly turning yourself around, lying to yourself, sneaking, creeping, and all those things that just kind of bring bad energy back when you know you're being bad. And I say that the boyfriend's was better because I knew I had this Nine of Pentacles, which is like a live in the life card. You had everything that you could want or need, or the ability to get it. Obviously, not literally everything, but you know what I mean. You were living comfortable, possibly even taken care of there. Like, he made most of the money and you just kind of had free money from whatever you earned. And you don't have that anymore. In fact, you had a solid family life with the boyfriend. I don't know if that you had kids per se, but the two of you as a family would still count. Again, I'm getting that that wealth, that comfort of the comfort and security that comes with your needs being met. And then I get to this Five of Pentacles, which tells me things are a little bit desperate now. You're not living as comfortably as you were. You're not getting the stuff you need or want. And not only that, but you're feeling that sense of life falling apart. I wouldn't say you've been stupid. I will say with that Devil card, not only with it being an affair, that it gives you the chance to get out of this. It does tell you you have a choice here, as the Two of Swords did. So, don't give up. There is still hope. I would not be surprised if he's waiting for you to call back. Even if he's told you otherwise, he's kind of hoping. Maybe not immediately, but in the future. However, going back, moving forward, making this change, it's going to need a lot of work on both of you, not just one. He is going to need some help going through the feelings this is going to bring him, and you're going to need some help, not just for the feelings it brought, but for whatever the issues were that led you to do this. Was it just spur of the moment lust? Was it something you planned out? Was it because you were unhappy? You know, those kind of things. Counseling, even if it's just from friends, would probably be a good idea for you. But we're going to have to get rid of this base of lies. That is the big thing coming through. As long as that lack of honesty is there, the lack of stability will be there. Second. You're welcome. And don't go rushing. Sit with this. I think you already know, but sit with what you heard and decide from there. Nope, I was literally just answering the message. The link tree has all my options for payment. It's in the bio. I'm usually here around 12:15 to 12:30 Eastern time. And as long as I'm live, you can get them. I also do private. Or if you want to pay and secure, you can do that as well. I do general readings like what I just did. And I also do any question that you can think of. We will work it out to do a reading on. I sure do, Sarah. Might have to get another drink first. Because this no sweats is coming at a cost. Oh my God, this stupid thing. I hate that. There's no activity in your life. What activity am I supposed to be doing? I'm here. I'm chatting. Like, what are we supposed to do? No worries, Ash, whenever you're ready. Thank you, Krista. I'm happy to be here, too. This is the life I always dreamed of and never thought I would have. Like, all around. Not just the sobriety, but the baby. All of it. I never thought I would be here. And now that I know I have PCOS, like, it's really setting in how blessed I was to have that baby. Because getting pregnant with PCOS is a bit difficult. Thank you. I am 17 months sober on the 30th, so yeah, a year and a half. Or almost a year and a half. Close enough that it's no matter. Now, the real test for this med is going to be when I go pick the baby up, because it's always hot as balls in that daycare. And I start sweating as soon as I walk through the door. Which, I know she doesn't mean it like to be mean, but she was kind of picking at me because as soon as I pick the baby up, I start sweating. And so, it is to not have that. Well, thank you, Ash. I try not to compare myself to others, but I do hold the hope that some of the others here will come through as well. I saw. What kind, baby? Can't force a horse. You can lead the horse to water, but you can't force him to drink. Okay, Miss Sarah. Again, y'all, reading is only going to take a couple minutes. Don't feel like you have to leave. Between the gift I got, what the hell was I going to say? I stopped and read. Oh, between a gift I got and these readings, I might not have to stay as long today. So, I'll still do it tomorrow, though, because I promised. Sorry, I have to, stack them up gently so they don't fall, because I have no reel set up. Thank you for the gifts. Huh. This is interesting. I want to say it's to do with family, but it could also be like a coworker or a friend. I want to say family or somebody you consider family has some legal problems or has been being treated unfairly and is going to be seeing some justice. That's the very first card I got, followed by the King of Pentacles, which is kind of where I got the impression of family or friend. Masculine energy may actually be a male. All right. Let's get this rolling. First card I had is Justice. This is coming through today in the literal sense of justice, fairness coming. What was meant to be is here. Karma's knocking at the door and it's going to visit the right person. It could be legal trouble. Karma in the form of legal trouble. But I'm definitely getting the sense of I'm being heard and I'm finally being listened to, not just heard. I have the King of Pentacles, which is where I felt that masculine energy coming in. This does make me question if it's somebody in your family or a friend, coworker. There is something definitely been going unfairly for this person. I'm hoping that they're the victim and not the cause, as bad as that sounds. But if they are the cause, then you can rest assured they're about to get their smack down. The reason I asked if it was a family, I am, thanks Terry and you too. I hope so for you. I have the Ten of Cups, which is usually a family card, and it's definitely familial energy. It does not have to be nuclear family or blood relatives. It could be friends or extended family that you're not incredibly closely related to, but you're still friends with. And I feel like this is something that as a group has been being waited for. Work family. I just heard work family. Now, whether that's saying it's family that you made at work or work and family, I just heard work family. I also have the Three of Pentacles. This has been a joint effort and is only achieved because other people got involved and started helping. I then have the Fool. Let this be a good lesson for you as to when to let go, when to step up, and when to stand back. I do feel like this is going to be a fresh start for everybody involved. Again, hopefully this is something that now that it's settled, it will be over. Any healing that has to come, that's going to be its own thing, but you won't have to live that again. But now is a time for you to just keep, as best as you can, keep calm, keep collected, make the best of what you have, and just hold on. This is something that's going to move quickly if it hasn't already begun. And I say that with that Knight of Pentacles. It's already in motion. Finally, I have the Moon. You're going to be seeing some things that you didn't know about that are going to change some perspectives here. So that's curious in the whole theme of this being justice, which is also part of why I asked if it was possibly this person is actually the cause and not the victim. But some things are going to be heard that's going to change a lot for everybody involved, but especially for you. God dang it, my mouth is dry. Thank you for the gifts. Did you leave me, Sarah? Don't give up. Justice is about to come. Don't give up. He is good. Just took his first steps Friday. I knew when I heard that work family, that's when I kind of suspected that was what was going to be said. I was wondering at least if it was work. And I also wonder if that's why the male energy is there, was some of the conflict with a man. Wait and see what happens. You're going to be seeing some things that are going to make a lot of sense and explain a lot of things. Now, if it's like 6 months down the road and things aren't changing, then definitely don't listen to me and move on. But don't make a hasty decision because things are about to really change. And yes, already, he'll be 17 months on the 1st. I can't believe it. I shuffled and my nose only a little bit ran, and I'm not sweaty, yeah. It does. I swear I blinked and he's like grown up. What day is it? Oh, it's Wednesday. That's why. But it's okay. Sit tight. I really think you're about to get what you need. Oh, my methadone, one of the side effects is to make me really sweaty, and they just gave me a medicine for it. You got your hands full, Terry. But isn't it fun when you can send them home? Sugar them up and say, here, Ma. No more lost loved ones. Oxybutynin. Perfection. That's sweet of you. That's definitely some work. Is it, I'm assuming, like grandbabies? Good. Somebody else was just telling me they still experience it on subs, and that was one of the things I was thinking of doing to make it stop, but this seems to be working. Yeah, it's dried my nose up. My tongue is dry. Yeah, you can do general and just see what comes out. You can ask a question. I just do not do anything with the dead. And that's exactly what I'm on it for, is the hyperhidrosis. The hot flashes and sweats were kicking my behind and very triggering. Very triggering. And now that I know I'm stable, it was 100% a side effect, I can get it fixed. That's the only reason it wasn't fixed sooner, because we didn't know if it was actually failure or not. But I can tell you what, I keep forgetting to take my medicine. So it's definitely working. I do too, especially because when I was active, I'll probably be here about another half hour or so since we did so good. But I'll also be back tomorrow after 12. And I feel like I got hooked on my crown. You can also DM me and do private for the same cost. So if you missed me, what's been the girls? I thought somebody was knocking on the door. Okay, I'm just creeping my damn self out with these noises today. You're very welcome. I feel good, like I knew that I would now. But see, this right here is also what's getting me in trouble, because I have it in my head, I'm going to do these things, I'm going to stay on track, I'm going to get it taken care of, and maybe even get ahead, and then it gets here, and I'm just like, I don't want to. I don't want to. Thank you, Terry. Definitely need to work on that. Part of it's because I'm really an introvert, and doing this actually takes a lot. But I just felt like it was something that was needed, bring tarot. When I first started doing tarot, there wasn't that many people reading, and nobody called those readings lost loved ones. They were angel readings when I came. I don't have a choice right now. I still want to do it when I get a job as like a backup extra money thing. But it's like the second that it's forced, I don't want to do it. I know I need to do it. And at first it was fun, and I could say, hey, I have this many spots. This week just got me messed up. Like big time messed up. It's easier when I only need like 3 to 5 readings a day. Because then I'm not really having to push it. I'm not chasing people away. I won't. It's been a part of me since I was 16. I even have the tarot suits down my back. I hand drew them. It's the only tattoo on my body that was not professionally drawn and actually came out looking like the Wild Unknown suits completely by accident. Yep. Readings are $10, and no, that didn't come through on my end. It probably filtered it because it's not there. Same thing. Now, if you want something larger, more involved, then you would adjust where you're comfortable. But I keep the minimums 10 just because I know not everybody has that money. Oh, just let me know. I do them via video chat. I've done them via phone call. And I've done them via recorded video that's posted to YouTube. You cannot view it unless you have the link. So me, you, and anybody else you choose to give it to would be the only ones that can see it. So, go ahead, get your ideas together. Think of what you want to do. When you are ready, make sure that you put it in the note that is for private and that you DM me, so that I remember whose screen name that goes to. Because I don't, as you see, now that I'm not using it, I don't have to make lists to remember who's next. So, I'll forget. Well, I'm here. Although my mouth is really dry, so I probably won't be here too much longer. I might have to get some candy or something to suck on for lives. I know those feels. I do not miss the days of not being happy at work or being stressed out at work and then break ending so fast. It's like the hours you work drag by, but your break is a breath, and that's it. When I worked at McDonald's, I swear I didn't even have a chance to eat. I would clock out, grab my food, sit down, and I was done. I had to work. I swear. And then on overnights, when you don't get to clock out for a meal, every time I would get something made to eat, people would pull up and it would be gross. I used to fucking hate that. Well, thank you, Lynn. Thank you, everybody. Tomorrow, I'm definitely going to force myself to be here for at least 2 hours, though. I need to stop fucking myself up. I really do. Yes, I do. I have a almost 17-month-old. That's kind of a weird question to just pop in and ask, though. Good morning, Miss Stephanie. He is my everything. He is my heart and soul and as cute as a button and better. It's okay. I know I still get trolled and I gotta be careful with some of that stuff. Because they'll ask it and then it'll start just being nasty. Yes, he is. Hang on, lip balm, I need you. My lips are chapped. No, you're good, hon. You didn't know. I'm just explaining to you why I was a little bitchy. It's already 2 o'clock. Oh, because I went and picked up meds. That's why. That's part of why I'm like winding down, because in my head I feel like I've been here longer. Looking at the time, it makes it feel like longer. You too, Miss Terry, and thanks for stopping by. He is loving it. It doesn't faze him anymore. We had a couple days where he would like cry when I first left, and then once he realized, like, wait, there's toys, there's friends, and I like this lady that watches me, he sits down and eats, doesn't want to tell me bye, turns his head away, don't want kisses or hugs. I don't like it. And if I could keep him home more without losing the scholarship that I know I'm going to need when it comes time to go to work or expand school, I would do it. Honest to God, I would do it. If I had my way, he would only go to daycare Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. But I am so happy that I got to see his first actual steps. Thanks, Lynn. It was a bitch to get, and I only got it because of the rehab, so I don't want to risk losing it. And it would cost me $320 a week to have him in daycare if I was paying out of pocket. Right now, my copay is $24 a week. So, that's definitely better. I know. You are working to pay daycare if you're a working parent. I don't know how you're supposed to live when it's like a whole paycheck just for daycare. Even with both parents working, it's like, well, all of my everything is going to daycare in one of the cases. But they're good. They've already started. Wow. That is a lot, Elise. They've started weaning him from the binky because mommy doesn't have a heart to. Apparently, he doesn't care as long as he's playing. He only takes it at nap time. When he's home, that's not the case. But she's giving me some tips as to how to distract him so that stops. I'm just not ready yet. No, I'm not ready yet. Because that's my baby. And yes, I know, his teeth are coming in, I know. But I'm just not ready. Plus, it helps him with teeth and he can chew on it. So, I don't want to take that away. Somebody asked me yesterday if he had molars coming in, and I saw last night that yes, he does. Right, and that's lucky. Like, you guys are blessed that it works like that, because I don't know how some of these families make it. Like, honestly, how does a single parent make it? Exactly, Lynn. Or he'll tell me. He'll know better than me, but it is. That's the way of the world. I had a private babysitter. I loved her. It's somebody I'm friends with. And she cut me a deal, $40 a day. She'd watch him. But it cost so fucking much for the Ubers that I was paying $80 a day just in transportation. So you figure $120 a day. Going. I send him for group. And I would send him for... What was the other thing I sent him for? There was another day I had to send him for. I paid almost as much for those 2 days as I pay for a whole week over there if I didn't have my scholarship. Hey, Chrissy. So that should definitely put things into perspective between the cost of transportation, whether you got a car of your own or not. Like, there's just no money left at the end. I appreciate that, Jeannie. Okay, Lynn. Thank you for stopping by. And you too. In a way, I'm kind of okay with it, though, because he's so settled, I wouldn't want to mess up his routine now. He's done so good over there. Like, I'm going to have to bust my ass to make sure he can stay there. Because he's comfortable. He's loved. He's jealous as hell, though. The one girl spoiled him because she's always holding him. And now they have a little baby. I have a whole ass baby daddy. You know, the one that everybody swears doesn't do anything? Yes, he is. He's at daycare right now, but he's never left me since I got him in December. Congratulations. I did not mean to be such a smart ass because that could have been an honest, for real, genuine question, but yeah, the same way any mother who doesn't work pays for her kids when she's lucky enough to have a good man. Anything I need help with, that man helps with. Although I try to avoid doing it a lot. You're very welcome. Girl, you're more than welcome too. You can DM me, chat anytime as well. It doesn't just have to be live. I'm not on my hate him because he screwed me kick anymore. I now realize that I was screwing myself. Yep. Yes way. Oh, that's why. I already see what kind of page you are. Okay, bye. Ay, these people. You would think they'd have a life, but apparently they don't. And actually, Jeannie, I'm working on my relationship with my higher power now. NA's thing and AA's thing is God as you understand him, but I went with the God I've always known, Christian God. And now that I'm being held to actually work the steps and not just answer the questions, I'm taking that time to really develop that bond. Because that's where I screwed up before. I don't know if y'all remember, I had said a friend had stepped up to be a sponsor for me so I could do the work. Well, thank you. I'm glad you prayed. Sounds good. My DMs are always open. Hey, Nick, how are you? I was telling you, sorry, I got distracted. Yeah, gotta love it. I forget and then remember it. Weird times. I do. I've reread it. This is my second time going back through it. This time I'm starting with the New Testament. And right now I'm in the book of Luke. Hey, Carrie. I read it front to back the first time. But I've never actually, I've read it so much in the Old Testament, I've never read it like that in the New. I've been good. Just got my meds straight, so I'm not getting sick in the day or sweating my butt off. Baby's taking his first steps. School is moving. It's pretty good here, and I hope you've been good too. Yeah, so you know. I have more types of Bibles than I can count. Somebody gifted me a beautiful journaling Bible that's galaxy covered. I have the Celebrate Recovery and Life Recovery. Life Recovery is my favorite. Hey, Shelly. I can't believe he is either. I am good, and you? I have a prayer journal too, which I use that sometimes when I don't really feel like talking or it feels awkward. But I'm trying to get that same kind of relationship. That's good to hear. Getting there is better than failing. That's funny. I gotta dig it out because that would probably help me a lot too. But with the baby, when I took him away from the private sitter and had him back full time, I just didn't have the time to do it. Especially sharing rooms with somebody, you always got to be on that baby. You can't not take your eyes off of him. So, yeah. But I think I'm going to go ahead and wrap it up. My mouth is super dry. I'm hungry. Yeah, you get it. Thanks, Shelly. I like this one. I wish the whole room was like that. And I love the little growth chart. I promise I am going to get my butt in shape and we will do the Terrathon tomorrow. I promise. Tomorrow's my last day, so I don't have a choice. You too, Jeannie. Good talking to you, and I really hope to hear from you. And thanks for sitting in live with me. Hopefully starting on Friday, I can get back in the normal, 3 or 4 reading a day thing and stay on my path here. It is pretty. You too, Shelly. I hope everybody has a good day. If I don't see you tomorrow, I hope you have a good weekend. And thanks for sitting with me. Thanks for those who got readings or sent gifts. I appreciate all of you. Thanks for the likes. Much love. And I will see you all tomorrow for the Tarot-thon. The actual Tarot-thon. Okay, thanks. Bye. Yeah.